Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a brand new day here at the craft store. And we're having a craft wave heat wave as well, which I'm rather loving, aren't you? It's very, very nice. Now, you might absolutely love that and go out and get in the sunshine, and you might absolutely hate that and just open all the doors and windows and get in and get on with the crafting. Either way, it's going to be a brilliant, brilliant day. We're starting the day with JMC Designs, and here is JMC herself. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you all?
And JMC standing for?
Julia McNeil Crafts.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. All the way from the balmy climes of Inverness, I believe.
Yeah, I know. I'm not doing well in this heat. I'm not used to it.
So she's come for a tropical holiday in Oundle.
That's it.
For a few days. Why not? You lucky, lucky thing.
I know. I'm so lucky.
Yes, it's a lovely. And you're here 4 times today, aren't you?
Yeah. So twice with JMC and twice with Clever Prints.
Lovely. So you're going to be seeing Julia all day long. Let's start with her gorgeous, gorgeous designs. And these are the Button Beauties, ladies and gentlemen, designed by Julia. And my first thought when I saw them, Julia, was, is this a swish night out in Inverness
for
these girls?
They've all gone out for cocktails.
Yeah. What would be a night out in Inverness for these girls? What would they have to be doing?
I definitely think they need to be having cocktails.
Definitely.
That's what I would be doing.
Well, yeah, but they're so beautifully dressed. You can't waste an outfit like that, can you?
That's it, yeah. But to me, they're complete fashionistas, very fashion conscious, wearing their gorgeous outfits, fit for the catwalk, and they're all buttoned together with love. So they've all got little buttons somewhere.
And they
on their
have
outfit.
lovely names as well. So this is Bryony Buttons with her little stripy leggings on, which is very nice. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Bethy Buttons. Here she is. Oh, now, she has a nice big flounce to her dress.
Yeah, you go sporting a couture or something or other. We could get all posh here.
And she's got all of her accessories with her. She's got a very, very lovely bag there, I have to say. Beautifully keyed in with everything else that she's wearing. And then, Bethy. Here's Bethy Buttons. Oh, Bethy looks fun to go out with, doesn't she? I think she'd be the dancer, would she?
Oh, yeah.
She looks like
we'd all have a bit of a dance, though.
Oh, yeah,
After
absolutely.
a glass and a half of Prosecco, they'll be, yeah.
Absolutely. Responsibly, one at a time, of course,
yes,
naturally.
Obviously.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have Bonnie. There had to be a Bonnie from Scotland, didn't there?
Bonnie Lassie.
Absolutely. There she is. Oh, now she has big hair, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's got a little button tiara.
Now, let me show you a stamp, shall I? Show you how glorious they are. Because actually, Julia, you were telling me your journey into bringing stamps to the crafting world, and it was quite unconventional story,
It was all a bit of a happy accident, really.
Which was amazing. Tell us in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, I started sharing some drawings of mine on social media. People started asking me, would you design for us? Can we craft with these? So I started off with digital downloads, kept it simple. And then somebody phoned the craft store and said, you should check out this girl. So I had a meeting with the buyer and was like, yeah, booked in a date for the show and everything. And then got off the phone and thought, right, where do I get papers and stamps made? I didn't have anything ready. So yeah, put it all together, and yeah, my first show was February 2020.
Which I think is a wonderful, wonderful happy accident. It really is. It's really nice when it happens like that. And I have to say, I can see why your designs are so loved and so collected as well, because you leave there's plenty of personality in the stamps themselves. But you leave plenty of room and space and thought and inspiration for us to go in many, many different directions as well. I think these are so, so cool. So you've always been an avid crafter as well.
Yes, I've crafted forever. I've watched the craft store, or Chanda as it was, since day one. You know, so it's normally on in the background. I'm normally watching. I've already spied the sets, you know, and worked out what I'm buying later on today. So, yeah, avid crafter. I'm used to sitting on that side of the camera.
Look at that.
But yeah, I love it. I know, I love that against the black. That's how Shona's done that one.
It's beautiful. What about the whole being on the telly thing? How was that first time?
Yeah,
all right?
It's fun. I was just saying that it's like, you're like, yeah, I'm going down. It's all really exciting. And then 2 minutes before you're like, telly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, we're managing.
It's stunning. It's really, really lovely, isn't it? What a wonderful, wonderful story. And that can be the same for any of you watching now, by the way. You could be here in a year's time. You could be here in 6 months' time. This collection, then, of the Button Girls is beautiful. So 4 A6 stamps there. Oh, let me turn her around again. Sorry, Bailey. There we go. So all 4 of those, £38.96 then. You can get them individually, but you do make a nice £5 saving by buying the 4 girls together. And really, they do need to be seen together, don't they, really? They do. They need that night out together. Can you just imagine being on the table next to them in a restaurant? You would be having no conversation of your own. You'd just be listening on theirs.
Imagine that, you know, the slow motion catwalk?
Yeah, definitely.
Them all walking into the room.
006 462 is your item number for those. They're absolutely fantastic. Now, we've got some stencils and we've got a bit of a bumper bundle going on here as well. So 4 fabulous 6x6 stencils there. The Dotty Collection, £19.99, Julia.
Yes.
Now, you know the price that stencils should be in the crafting world. Surely you know what you're used to paying. So you're obviously a lady who's after a bit of a bargain as well when you're designing and when you're making.
That's it. Well, I put these together because they've all sort of got a dotty element. I don't know what it is about us crafters, but we do all tend to love circles.
Yeah.
So it's like I have designed a lot, but because we've got the buttons and the girls, I was thinking, like, you know, being able to create circle backgrounds would be fab. These are made out of 350 micron mylar, which means they're a nice thick stencil. So as you can see from the boards, we're able to emboss with them. You can do that through any die cutting machine. Also, because they are very thick, it means you can use any of your texture pastes and you'll get a good profile from it. They're not going to just disappear in the background or squidge underneath. So,
I love that. It's really, really nice. It's a good way of jazzing up a piece of card that you're also, you know, some pieces of card, it's difficult sometimes to get excited about sometimes. And the simple process of embossing with a stencil can make all the difference, can't it?
You can make it your own. So even with the papers and things like that, you just pop a little bit of that on and you start to tweak the designs and make it yours, which is the best part.
I love it. That's a brilliant price tag as well, let me tell you. £19.99. And you underestimate sometimes just how versatile stencils can be, because there's such an awful lot you can do with them. A lot of people, you know, use them for upcycling as well as all of your crafting projects. You'll be using them in all areas of your life. I mean, a lovely geo pattern like that. It's just beautiful, isn't it? 970164 is your item number then. All 4 of those for just £19.99. Right, let's move on to the most phenomenal papers. And I was quizzing Julia this morning because I was like, okay, so what's the process of creating a paper? And she talked me through it, and it's utterly fascinating. I mean, utterly fascinating. And lots goes into it as well, because you were telling me before that you were a crafter and you were watching other people crafting and didn't know anything about the whole, you know, wizardry of putting images together digitally and creating things with them. So it's been a real journey for you, hasn't it?
So I tend to start with, I drew that sunflower and I coloured that in with my alcohol markers, photographed it, then cut it out digitally, and then I start sort of layering different backgrounds and different digital. So it's a real hybrid. It's a real hybrid to that one, putting it together. So we've got digital crafting, physical crafting, all rolled into one.
It's amazing. It's very, very clever, and I love, honestly, I mean, this collection could not be any better for right here, right now, could it really? So, with the 3 paper pads, we've got, let me get this right, in each pack is 25 sheets, 5 designs, and 5 of each. So I'll whiz you through some of the, oh, I love them. I love the colour palettes. Oh, look at that, so fancy.
Yeah, I like colour.
Can you tell? Put the girls in there. That's the girls on holiday, isn't it? Kind of background paper.
So you're essentially getting a pack for free here.
I love that. It's really, really good. So yes, we're saving £9 from our already amazing price that we've had previously, which is brilliant. So that's kind of almost like a 3 for 2, isn't it? Oh, now that's got a bit of a musical feel to it, hasn't it? A little bit like a musical score, it feels.
You're going to dance to that later?
Say again?
You're going to dance to that later?
Yeah. That would be a groovy tune, wouldn't it? Oh, I love it.
That's a bit psychedelic, that one, isn't it?
It's
great.
It's beautiful. I love the fact that it's got a little nod to yesteryear. And I think a lot of people will look at this collection and will say to themselves, oh, actually, you know, there's things in my stash already that I like to use, and stamps that I like to work with, etc. That this will, you know, give you ideas to use. They are brilliant. I mean, they're really, really lovely. Very, very happy. And you are getting lots and lots and lots. So it's 75 sheets in all then 15 different designs in total and 5 sheets of each, so you don't even need to be worried about using them. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes when you get a paper pack, I'm sure you've had the same thing. You're like,
that's why I put lots in. They're one-sided because I can never choose which side, and then sometimes I want to cry as I cover a side up. And also, if you want to start making albums or mini books, you need a bit more than one sheet.
Yes.
So, yeah, you've got plenty to play with.
Of course you do. It's fantastic. 179451 is your item number, then £23.97. Like a 3 for 2 on your paper packs there, which is very, very nice indeed. Right. Oh, yes, happy hours. Sorry, I forgot to mention those. We've got 3 of them as well. Oh, Derek, for heaven's sake, you've got one job. 3 happy hours for you to enjoy. First one is a bundle of your, hang on, Stamplimentals. I thank your husband greatly for that name.
Yep.
And I've managed to say it for the second time, which is good. So, in essence, a Stamplimental is...
Well, I find every time I craft, even if it's just to stick a topper on a card, I have to make it my own. And I always put a bit of a background stamp in it, a bit of a floral element and a sentiment. But I spent ages rummaging through my floral stamps, then my background stamps, then my sentiment stamps to bring something together. So I just wanted everything that I needed on one plate. So it's the fundamentals of stamping, hence Stamplimentals. And that one you're showing there with the writing on it, that's my granny's handwriting.
Oh.
So it's like, yeah, I didn't want to use like stock script images, so I used my grandmother's handwriting.
Oh, amazing. Oh, how lovely. That's really good. That's beautiful handwriting as well, I have to say. Very, very nice indeed.
I think she might be moaning about her bad bag, so
well,
I don't think it's
the wrong way around.
particularly...
There you go. Let's try that way around. That's even better, isn't it? Beautiful. So, Angie, that sample there. So I'm showing them all the wrong way round. There you go. There's one by Jan. Beautiful. It's quite nice, actually, to have a stamp set that you literally just reach out and it works straight away.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what other stamp you've got. You just put that in and that's all your little finishing off elements to... Or that one there, they've made an entire card just with the Stamplimentals. So
really
they're standalone
cool.
as well.
Love it. Very, very nice. They're lovely stamps. I've just got to show you this one because it is very, very sweet. Look at that by Denise. Wonderful. Denise with the Y. I love the little buttons in there. So that's happy hour number 1. So you're making a £7 saving there. So usually £17.98. Happy hour for this hour, £10.98. Do enjoy that while you can. 834117 is your item number. Right, even more now. Oh, we've got some more ladies here. The Craftella collection.
The Craftellas.
So these are crafty ladies.
They are. So we've got like our sewing lady, we've got Sally Stitch, we've got painting Polly and mixed media Maggie. And so they've all got crafty elements in their outfits. And so I think these are brilliant. They're brilliant for you as a crafter. You can use them in your journals. You could use them in creating decor for your craft room. But also if you've got crafty friends, which most of us tend to acquire.
Yes.
There's lots of craft groups out there, you know, crafting together with all brands. It means you could... you know, create something for your crafty friends as well.
They're such happy characters as well. Painting Polly. Love it. Love her outfit as well. It's very, very nice. Very, very grand. She's very, very arty, isn't she? She's one of those people that you just long to know. And then we've got, who are we going to look at now?
That's Sally Stitch.
Sally Stitch.
So we've got sewing bee. We've even got a sewing bee in there, you know, because there's...
Oh, yeah.
It is there somewhere. On the stamp set somewhere.
Yes, it is. I see it. That's so cool, isn't it? And who haven't we seen yet in full?
Mixed Media Maggie.
Is it Maggie?
So she's got a bit of everything. We've got
Mixed Media Maggie.
Yeah, we've got some scissors and glue, and we've got knitting going on there, and I think she's got a pin cushion, so she's got a bit of everything.
She's got a bit of knitting in her hair there as well.
Yeah, she's a craft store addict. She watches and buys everything and does every hobby there is.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely,
me.
Yeah. Little bit of absolutely everything.
Yeah.
OK, quarter of the stock of this is already sold out and gone, by the way. It's a happy hour, so £26.97 becomes £16.97, which is very, very good.
It is good, but see, on my website, they're £10.99 each. The fact they're not all on there, but they're £10.99 each. So it's... Yeah, don't shop there, shop here.
Well, we've done very, very well indeed. Yes, well, we don't want to do that website down, do we? But
it's brilliant, but shop here because you get a better price.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Well, for this hour, enjoy that opportunity. They're so cool. Actually, do you know what? If you're going for the...
So there's the sewing bee there, look. Little bumblebee with a tape measure.
Yeah. if you're going for the button ladies, you might just want to add these ladies in as well, just because they'd make a great crowd together, wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, they could be the seamstresses that are making the outfits, couldn't they?
Although, would the crafty crowd hang out with the button ladies?
Oh, yeah, we're very, you know, adaptable.
Look at that.
Charmaine, Louise and I were out having a posh meal the other day, so that'll be fine.
I love that, like a little A-board. A third of the stock of those is sold out and gone now. 020928 is your item number for Mixed Media Maggie, Painting Polly and Sally Stitch, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, lovely to have so many guests unexpected on the show this morning. Right, third happy hour. Oh my crikey. Right, have a little look at all of these. Crikey, there's a lot of elements in here, isn't there, between those three stamp sets? I love it. So, Pretty Creative, Stitching Pretty and Nature's Palette. Now, is this the same kind of...
Yeah, it's part of the Craftella collection. We've just broke it into 2 bundles. So this is all like all the accessories. So we've got sewing themed flowers, painting themed flowers. Again, a mixture of everything.
And on that website that we wouldn't buy them from right now...
Yeah, $10.99 each.
Okay, our usual price $26.97, which means we've already had some lovely deals before on screen. Now down to a happy hour of just $16.97 for all 3 sets here. And this can make some very, very different scenes, actually. You can use all of these for scene building. Use them with the Craftella girls. Use them with the button girls.
That's kind of why I put them in, because there's still that sort of button sewing. There's that, the zips. So there's still the sort of elements of fashion within those accessories that blend really well with the button beauties.
How cool is that? Some lovely, lovely techniques as well. Here's a lovely sample from Angie here. And I love that. Are they kind of like, are they fountain pen kind of tips?
Fountain pen flowers, because why wouldn't you? You know?
Lovely. And enjoy the little things. So true. There's so many layers to that as well, isn't it? Beautiful. Love it all. 008135 is your item number then for all 3 sets of those. Let's nip to the website then, shall we? And you can see everything else from JMC Designs is there for you as well. So all the button ladies, all of the stencils there, those fabulous papers, which will be flying out of the door. Sorry, that's me clicking, by the way. I don't know why I'm dancing away and clicking. It's these girls. It's these button girls, isn't it? 5-star reviews on the happy hours, because they've been here previously, but we've got an extra special price on those, so they've been reviewed as well. So go and check out those reviews. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. So enjoy. Absolutely enjoy those offerings there. Fantastic. Nice way to start the day, isn't it? Right. Okay. Let's have a little play, and there's no better person to have a play with a set of stamps than the person who actually designed them. So, Julia, where are we starting?
We are going to play with Bethy Buttons today. So I'm going to use one of the accessories. We'll just do a simple card to start off with, because it's really early in the morning and that's all my brain's capable of. But yeah, no matter where you are in your journey of crafting, whether you've never crafted before or whether you're an experienced crafter, we can get these to work. So I'm using a little dangle, and I'm going to section off my card. And just be patient when you're stamping. There's ink on the stamp. We want the ink on the paper. So quite often, if we're not stamping, not getting a clear impression, we're just rushing the process a little bit. You know, pop it down and back up a bit too quickly.
Yeah.
But if we just take our time, let it sit, and it'll.
I think we forget sometimes, don't we? Because the process of putting the ink onto the stamp is quite a quick one.
Yeah.
So sometimes we repeat that when we're actually stamping, don't we? And
taking your time. I used to be a bit hit and miss with my stamping, like not overly, but I would never put a sentiment straight onto a card because I would end up messing it up. But since I've kind of learned to be a bit more patient, I very rarely do that now. I did think I had a spare bit of paper. We'll just do this. I want to have a bit of the dangle, but I don't want the button because I don't want it going across the whole thing.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm just going to mask that off. Okay, so we've created a little border, and then I'm just going to come in with my Ecoline pens and very quickly colour up those buttons. So these are brilliant. These are like watercolour in a pen, so you can still get your shades and tones. So I tend to like colour most of it up and then just pull a little bit out, and then that way we'll still sort of get a multi-tonal effect. I'll colour in the buttons.
Very nice. I just need to let you know that the happy hour is shrinking where it comes to the Craft Ella girls.
It's supposed to last.
They are flying out of the door. 2/3 of the stock of those have sold out and gone. That's Mixed Media Maggie. Is it Painting Polly?
Painting Polly.
Painting Polly.
Sally Stitch.
And Sally Stitch. So if you want those, I would grab them quickly. 2/3 of the stock now sold out and gone. Congratulations, well done. I knew you'd love those. They're very, very nice.
Okay, so I've put a bit of green down. Now I'm going over with my yellow pen, and I'm using the pen to blend. So again, just getting a bit of a multi-tonal effect. Like so. Okay, and then I would colour in those little dotty bits.
So you say you've been crafting forever and ever and ever, Julia?
Ever and ever and
Was
ever.
it card making first, or has it been a variety of things over the years?
Variety of things. I used to, do you know, I mean, my uncle was an artist. We had art lessons on the beach on holidays and things.
Oh, wonderful.
Both sides of the family, everybody sort of had their own creative outlet. My nan is incredibly creative. Even my dad does crochet and things like that. Yeah, so it's just always been there. I probably discovered card making about, I don't know, 18 years ago or something, and then that's been what stuck. I mean, as I say, I've done it all. I've sewn. I used to work in a fabric shop that made wedding dresses and things like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, cross stitch. But yeah, this is definitely, the card making and mixed media paper craft has definitely become the passion. So I would do this, keep doing this, and as I say, all I'm doing is just kind of really emphasising the border or square that we've created. I'm just popping a little bit of the grey down and then pulling it out, and then I would keep going, and I would end up with something like that.
Ooh, lovely.
And then what I've also done is just scribbled my pen out onto a blending sheet and picked a little bit of colour up and just splattered, just to give it a slightly more arty feel. So then we have got this little lovely lady here. So they come with lots of different accessories. I'm just going to pull them in. So she can have a hat, if we wanted to have a hat. Or we've got these big bows. I've been spending about a week trying to work out. There's a brand of bows that's really, really huge, about the size of a child's head. My daughter has some.
Oh, okay.
They're very, very big bows, but I can't think of any other way of describing them without saying the brand name, so I won't.
Oh, okay.
So she could have one of those.
Yeah.
She could have it in her hair. Or you could change it so that she's got it on her belt. So, like, the accessories have been designed for you to have a little bit of, you can put your own personality
your own
onto
spin
that
on
as
it.
well.
This is Bryony that we're looking at now, isn't it?
So we'll pop all of those down, and I'll maybe do that. So that's, and then,
See, she is some dancer as well, I just know.
Yeah.
She is the one
They're amazing. They're all dancing in their boots.
They are, which is some mean feat,
That's
isn't
a mean
it?
feat, yeah. River dancing in their boots.
And we're going to be dancing to Come On Eileen, I think, aren't we?
That's it.
Something like that.
So then maybe I've popped a little sentiment there, and then that's the same card there, but in a slightly different colourway.
Beautiful. Oh, yes, of course. So she can be a gorgeous blonde, but you can have her as anything you like.
So I can mix it up so that she's got different. So even with the in their outfits, there's an element to tweak them.
They're so cool. They really are. They're beautiful. Listen, just because we showed these right at the very, very beginning, maybe you've just joined us. Remember, 7 o'clock sharp. I'm joking. We've got the brand new button beauties from JMC Designs, from Julia. And they are superb. They're really, really lovely. They are Bonnie and Bethy and Bryony and Bailey. And they are super, super gorgeous. And I love the fact that all of the stamp sets, in fact, let me just show you how they stamp out. So that might be just a different way of seeing absolutely everything. So You've got the character itself. This is Bryony that we were just seeing. So she's got a hat and she's got the big bow. She's got that lovely big flower and she's got sentiment there as well. Be yourself today. You look beautiful like that. Ah, that's sweet, isn't it? And then we've got, who are you? Who are you? Bailey. Bailey has lots going on, I have to say. She has a very, very grand outfit there. But she's got her little button flower there. That wonderful dangle, did you call it, Julia?
Yeah, little dangle.
Yeah, dangle. Some extra buttons here. She's got a very, very snazzy lipstick with her that no girl should be without. And that handbag has to be on a show at one stage or another. And the little sentiment there, cute as a button. Then we've got Bonnie. Bonnie's got lots of accessories as well. I love this dangling heart. This is why it's best to get the set, actually, because all of these little extras, of course, are going to mix and match and be your own kind of beautiful is the sentiment there. And finally, here is Bethy Buttons, who, again, has a great big ribbon in her hair. Fabulous outfit. It's crying out for colour. And you've got this lovely big shoe as well. Sparkle, shine and smile. Let me show you some Finnish samples because the design team are absolutely amazing. Really, really beautiful. Here's one by Sue Morgan, which has a little bit of sparkle there as well, which is very, very gorgeous. You can make lovely tags, as you can see. This is really, really cool. Love this. Cute as a button. Here's a sample with Jenny there. I love that. That's really cute, isn't it?
Talking of Sue's designs, can I highlight some of these ones at the back?
Of course you can, yeah.
Because, like, those are the little stamps in the set. You know, the little accessories.
Oh, actually, I'll take that framed one, shall I?
And she's managed to make a massive framed piece of art from the little stamps. So never discount them. Sometimes we look at the hero image and think that's what we buy it for, but the little ones are just as powerful.
That's so nice, isn't it? You'd love that in your house, wouldn't you?
Just that's coming home with me.
Just give you that little smile.
That's going in my craft room.
Do you know that last big mirror that you have on the house, just to check yourself out before you leave the house? I think if that was somewhere near, with all the inspirational words on it, sparkle and shine and things like that, that would just give you the spring in your step, wouldn't you, to start your day? £38.96. That gets you all 4 of those. Remember, there is a saving there, and the individual details are on the website as well. Let's go back to the happy hours, because the happy hours have been so busy. Let's start with the Craftella girls. Are now limited stock, and when they're gone, I'm afraid. So you've got a lovely big saving there, £16.97, saving £10. 020 928. Do be quick. Right, we are going next to the accessories. Right, the Craftera floral. So if you're getting the crafty ladies, it's definitely worth going for this set as well, especially now we've seen how you can make much bigger images. These are great seam builders and they'll work really lovely with the stamps that you've got as well. So you've got Nature's Palette, Stitching Pretty and Pretty Creative there. Again with a £10 saving, it's almost like a 3 for 2 that, isn't it, pretty much? £16.97, 008135. And then the Stamplimentals. A little bit of everything, a little bit of essential everything. A stamp set that you can just reach out for when you need that bit of a background. It's the kind of stamps that you normally search through many stamp sets to find the individual little bits and pieces. They've all been curated for you. This is edition 2 and 3 together there, with a nice little saving as well, £10.98 for this hour. 834117. The Craftella girls. They're out of here. They're on the train down to London, down to the West End to do their shopping, never to be seen again. 020 928 is your item number. Right, OK, Julia, let's go back to you again. Busy show already.
This is a journal that I made here for another show. So this is showcasing a couple of the papers. So what I've done is that one that you said looked like a dancing score.
Yeah.
We've cut the edges of it and then just edged it in black, and then we've got a whole sheet there. So it's like, it just makes it really interesting. You know, your pages have an interesting edge to them.
Yeah, that's lovely.
So we're going to take these 2 pages.
Actually, lots of those pages kind of have edgeability about
yes,
them,
I
don't
do
they?
have a little bit. There's
Yeah.
a few that have kind of got little... When I buy a paper pack,
Yeah.
the first thing I do is look at it and work out what I can cut out of it. And I like to try and make it my own. So it's like I'll always go in and fussy cut. So I've here, and then I create a bit box. I'm sort of known for my bit box. It all goes in there.
No, but it's a really good idea to do. I think we do
we've done
forget
that.
to do that.
Yeah, so we've got all the different bits and pieces, and I've sort of cut them out. So what I'm going to do is pop, these are some other bits, because obviously that looks a bit nasty. So never worry, you know, when you're putting things together.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, how good a crafter you are, how good an artist you are. At some point, your work goes through an ugly stage. And the trouble is, for many of us that are maybe not as experienced, we get to that ugly stage and go, oh, mine doesn't look like theirs, and give up. Whereas we don't want, just keep going.
Yeah.
Because if it's not right, it's not the end. You just keep going till you are happy with it. So now, just by doing that, I've now made that black bit a feature, and we don't have the funny straight edge going on that made it look a bit strange.
Do you know, you're so right, because we do, as crafters, and I'm more of a baby steps crafter, but you do put yourself through the mill sometimes a little bit, don't you? And,
Yeah.
and kind of demotivate yourself. But it's good to keep those pieces as well, actually, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because then it kind of represents the journey that you've taken as well.
I think a journal like this is good as well. It's just for you. You don't have to share it with anyone.
No.
It's not going in the Tate Modern. You know, we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a place for us to practice and to learn.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get my stencils now and bring in a little bit of detail in the background. I'm just playing. I've not even put it, like I very rarely put a stencil down and do the full design. I normally just pick little bits. I want this to be a two-page spread, so I would probably at home washi tape that down the other side so that it held together.
What kind of things, can I be nosy, do you mind? That is my trademark
Depends.
here.
It depends what you ask.
Well, what kind of things end up in your journals? 'Cause
Everything.
designing them and decorating them is one thing, but what ends up
I
in
have
your
a
journals?
massive collection of journals, and I've only ever completed one.
Have you? So it's the journey of creating them.
So yeah,
rather than
personally, my favourite journals have got a little bit of everything in them. So
Yeah.
I like my favourite journals are when I've got a bit of swatch. You know, you get new product like my pens, like, and then you swatch all of those out, and you've got a
okay.
little swatch. But then the next page is something that you've crafted together, and
Yeah.
so I like things that have just got a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so I suppose sometimes it's like an individual showcase of your experimenting, isn't it? You might
Yeah.
think, okay, well, that was good, I enjoyed that technique, but it's just a little something. It's not really for a project, so I'll put it within my journal just
Yeah.
because it's something I like.
So this is Stamp Lamentals. This is the one with my granny's handwriting. So it's just a little bit of doodleage. And again, I do this with everything. If I was making a card with a pre-made topper, I would still probably I have to make it mine.
Yeah.
And I would completely encourage people to do that at home. There's just something about making it yours. So this is, again, out of the paper pack. What I've done is I've just taken cut some of the roses out. So I put that down like so. And then I've got my little girl, which I would maybe then just ground a little. So we've got the grey pen. I start off organised, and then then it all goes to pot.
And it goes downhill. Well, that's fine, because you'll still be tidier here than you would be.
You should
at
see me at
anyway.
home.
Yeah.
My husband's watching and be like, yeah, right, yeah, exactly. It's like I tidy my craft room and then I make one thing and it looks like a tornado's ripped through the house. You know, yeah. Unless you're Louise Sims. Yeah.
Oh, she's
ridiculous.
She? Ultra
Ridiculous.
tidy.
Yeah, it's just superhuman. That it's just not. So I'll show you the difference in a minute. Then I would maybe just get some. We've got our words. So this is how I craft. I would spend a bit of time just sitting colouring in, watching the craft store. I'm not actually just saying that because I'm here. That is what I actually do. I'd sit there and it's on in the background. Yeah, absolutely. And I'll sit and colour away and have a little nosy at what everyone else is doing. And
yeah, I was quite pleased in a way when I introduced myself this morning. And
I was like, oh, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
I stopped Alex in the street the other day going, hi, how are you? She's like, hello.
I was quite glad because I was like, well, at least she knows what nonsense to expect.
Yeah.
That's good.
You're enjoying it here though, aren't you?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
So we have that. Now, if I was doing this, I would then sort of grab my Inktense pencil and I would just sort of, or any watercolour, just use what you have. Or, you know, I've been playing with new pens that I bought from here the other day. I was in my hotel room last night playing with pens when I should have been sleeping because we had an early start. So I would gradually do that. And if I did that, right, I'm going to have to do some, we'd end up, it sort of looks, so that's a similar layout that we've done there. But
lovely.
but then can you see how, like, if you've got that in your journal, you know, like that page becomes, you know, you can be creative. And just having those fancy edges just makes it look really, really interesting. So it's the same layout, but we've gone for different colours for the girls. And as I said, the only thing that I've done differently is that I've spent a bit of time, but that does take quite a bit of
I love it.
time to do that.
That blue, what's that blue around the lady there?
It is an Inktense pencil. Sharon, is it Sharon, was on with Derwent stuff the other day.
Yeah.
So it's fabulous. I'm pretty sure it'll be on the website somewhere. It works like a watercolour, so you put it on and it pulls out like a watercolour. But once it's dry, because it's an ink, it's permanent, which means when you start to put stuff on top of it, it's not going to move. So it's fantastic for your journaling when you're building layer upon layer.
It is lovely. I wondered whether it was going to be the new prize ribbon. It looks very, very similar to the prize ribbon. You know, the
oh yeah,
the,
no,
the distress up
yeah,
front.
I don't have that. But
are you a collector of?
I kind of. I pick my favourite colours.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got a fair few. They're all stacked up there. That's not the entire collection. Most of that's at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Selected highlights. There's only so much you can bring down from Inverness. I've got to show you this sample, which is absolutely beautiful. This doesn't have a name on it. Is this one of yours, Julia?
It's Jan, I think. Jan did that one.
How cool! She's made a little diorama here, which is just fascinating. Because look, you can sort of move the characters in and out. How sweet is that?
It's cute, isn't it?
I love it. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I've only just discovered it. It's wonderful. That's the great thing about this collection is there's lots to discover and there's lots to try and there's lots to just have a little play with.
And if you get it, do share it with me. So like on my Facebook group, it's JMC Crazy Craft Hive, because obviously I design it and my head's full of it, and then I see what the girls start making and you're like, wow, I didn't know it could do that. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So we do absolutely love seeing what you've made. And all the girls were sharing their inspiration there and
Look at that by Jenny.
Stuff.
How sweet is that? She's created
So
like
cute.
massive buttons as the background.
It's almost like records, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like...
I love it. Super, super cool. And then you can go, and I love colour theming these, is brilliant. Jenny's obviously been a fan of purple and pink that day, but it's quite nice. Just limit yourself to kind of just a couple of colour tones and it works really, really well. So you can do this beautifully. So quick look then at the 4 button girls here. So it is Bryony and Bailey and Bonnie and Bethy. You know me remembering names, and we've only met this morning, so I'm getting there. The familiar, yeah. I have no idea. No idea. I'm terrible with names. How many times have you seen me like open up a show? I've known the person's name, and then I'll call them something completely and utterly different. Ridiculous. £38.96 is your price tag. Then you get all 4 sets of those. You can find them individually on the website as well. Stencils, nice big stencil bundle for you, and they are beautiful. Getting all 4 of these, and they are super, super robust as well. What was the micronage, Julia?
150 micron mylar.
So that means that for embossing, as you can see, they are super, super cool. I love that.
You don't need a special machine. That's just a normal die cutting machine. Just use the sandwich that your machine recommends. So I think my one had like 2 plates and an embossing sheet. And I think I ended up having to put an extra sheet of paper, but that's because I like a deep emboss. I'm quite fussy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can
it did emboss fine, but I was like, I want it slightly more raised than that.
Deeper. But you can always add an extra sort of piece of cardstock or something like that, couldn't you? If you don't get quite the depth that you want. Again, every die cutting machine is different, isn't it? You kind of
you follow instructions of your particular. Yeah, you get to know your own machine, but because even within the brand, you know, your own machine can take differently.
Absolutely, love that. And there's a completely different look on that particular stencil. Completely different look to the stencil inked up. compared to the embossing. It's almost like two different stencils, isn't it? It's fabulous. You get all 4 of those for £19.99. 970164 is your item number. Let's trot down to the papers, because actually we have a fresh look at the papers now, don't we, given what Julia just did with the journal pages there. So with this, it's 3 paper packs. It's pretty much a 3 for 2, actually, which is really, really good. So you get 25 sheets in each pack, 5 designs and 5 sheets of each, which gives us in total 75 fabulous sheets in 15 different designs. I think that's right, isn't it? Yes. So now, thinking about those kind of edging for the journal pages, on this one, you could do it both sides, couldn't you? Lovely, lovely colour palettes, lots of, oh, I don't know what that was. That's a bit of tinsel off the Christmas tree, I think. It's all right, Julie wasn't looking, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know where that came from. Static. Look at that. Gorgeous, isn't it? It's like a twist on a rainbow, isn't it? Yes, or like, yes, it does. It leaves a little pot of gold, doesn't it, at the end, like you've just won the big prize. This is cool because it's very sort of flower power, isn't it? It's lovely. Just think about that with the stencils as well. Beautiful. And then, again, you know, that other stencil, which is the kind of hexagon pattern with the circles within, that would work beautifully with that. And even fussy cut out the little dragonfly there. You've kind of given us 4 options in one paper there, which I really love. Again, that with the script in the background, but again, lots and lots of colour. It's brilliant. I think it's so, so cool. Think of that way round as well, with what Julia was just doing with the journal pages there. How many journal page edges have you got in that one? And you've got that 5 times over, of course, which is superb. And see, I was thinking musical score on that first time, which, of course, yes, you can expand on that idea. Quite nice just to play around with these papers and go, actually, you know, which way round? What am I seeing? You know, because it's great starting inspiration for a project, isn't it? I mean, that's very arty, isn't it? There's like a bit of marbling going on, bit of flower, bit of text, bit of all sorts going on in that one. Superb. This keys in really, really nicely with the dangling hearts and the...
Button beauties, we've got little buttons there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's another wiggle page that can make a journal as well. In fact, I've made a journal out of that.
Really, really cool. Love them. I just think they're beautiful, and I love the colours. They're just superb. They really are. You kind of want it all, don't you? I love that twist on a rose. Is it a rose? Yeah. Yeah. It's a lovely twist on a rose, isn't it?
Just going to...
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you've got one on its own.
Well, I've got one here, but I've also managed to make it 3D. I'll show it when the camera's back here. Oh. Overhead.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look.
So it's like I cut into it. Can you see this side?
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, you get those fancy dies that have got the swirl thing. I literally just followed my own line work and then rolled it up and then stuck it down, so you can actually make a 3D flower out of it as well.
Nice. And it's difficult to get a rose to look different, actually, isn't it? You kind of think,
It's a bit more angular, that one, I think. Yeah. It's not quite so
I like
round.
it.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, do take advantage of these because they're very, very busy. They're very, very beautiful as well. They're lovely. 179451 is your item number for those, £23.97. Now, the happy hours, and then there were 2. First of all, the Stamplimentals, which is a little bit of everything, which is fantastic. Background, scene building, more florals. Now that idea you just did with the rose there, I want to get in and do it with that as well.
Yeah, if you snip into your flowers, then you can really build up dimension. I can maybe do that if you have time, yeah.
And you've got loads of different florals in this set. And I do quite like as well, sorry, this one, this lovely...
The tape measure.
This lovely, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like it's like a lovely meeting of tape measures and buttons and things. Yeah.
And you can actually fussy cut that out quite easily as well and have it as a feature, as a focal image as well.
It's cool. I love it. It's made Charlotte think of a song, but she's singing it to
in
me
your
and
ear.
I have no idea. I have no idea what she's singing.
So you're making me want talk back now.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Where's that from? Oh, it's from Cinderella, apparently. Other films are available. When she's making her gown.
Yeah.
That song. That's what that's reminding Charlotte of. 834117. There is your happy hour price tag there. £10.98. I've never seen that film, Charlotte, in fairness. I know. Well, I'm a boy. I'm a boy. Oh, Webster's seen it. Oh, you've seen the new one, have you? Second happy hour is this one. So 3 fabulous stamp sets, the Craftella stamps. Little bit of everything going on here. Love, love, love that it's all got that crafting twist to it. I've got to show you some samples because I'm not sure if we saw them first time around actually. But you are getting these for $16.97, so all 3 sets, because on a certain website, Julia...
Yeah, that'd be mine. They're $10.99 each.
How many?
$10.99 each.
And we've got all 3 for $16.97, which is very, very good. I mean, we're not denigrating that website in any way, shape or form. In fact, it's a wonderful website that you should definitely go and see.
It's a wonderful website, but don't shop there because the best deals are here.
But just not the greatest value you can achieve in this hour. That's all. That's all. Maybe in the next hour.
I don't think we've even got all of the designs on the website either.
Oh, okay.
They all came here.
Have we got all the stock?
The majority of it, there's, yeah.
Is this a when it's gone, it's gone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And we've already had a happy hour sell out.
I need more room for new stock, so I can't keep bringing it back, yeah, so.
Yes, you're one of those people that's like, okay, new. Approaching half of the stock of these is sold out and gone. By the way, I love these fountain pen flowers.
They're cool, aren't they?
They are super,
just a bit different. I really like this collection. It's very floral, but it's very different. You've got like, that's a flower with a zip and cotton reels, and it's just a little bit quirky, you know, it's a bit different. I love it.
Really, really
I love
lovely.
quirky.
I love the little sewing machine as well. That's
yeah,
really
and then that's
cool.
really popular, you know, because they talk about British sewing quite a lot.
Oh, now look at this, stamped out and embossed by
Cool.
Angie there. Just the outline. That shows you how spectacular the stamp is.
And then we've got our sewing bee. I just love that. I'm completely in love with that sewing bee.
Love, love, love. 008135 is the item number. We're going to have a quick look at our 7-day savers as well. This is the first time this week I've seen them, actually. I did get the email on Sunday, but you know when you forget to look properly, there's lots going on there. Have you had isn't it an exciting day, Sunday, isn't it, to get the email? I love the Happy Planner, the mega sticker bundle. If you've got a Happy Planner, £18.42. If you have a look at the sticker packs, on average, they are sort of £8, £9, £10 per pack, aren't they, usually? Here,
I've just seen what I'm about to buy.
mega bundle. You'll have to be quick. You have to be really, really quick because we're kind of halfway through that week almost, aren't we, of the 7-day savers. So do take advantage. Loads and loads of craft occasion paper flower roses there. Of course, we've always got red liner tape, one way or another, as a 7-day saver, which is good to have. There's a bit of pink frog there. Peel-offs and emboss sticker collection.
Yeah, like pig journals.
What? Pink pig journals?
I need them.
Oh, they're sketchbooks. Wire-bound sketchbooks.
Oh yeah, they're fab.
How many did we get? 4? 4 for £12.99.
Can't have enough journals.
Ooh,
yeah.
See, that's good. Yes, that would go really, really nicely with the colour schemes in your papers, wouldn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Very nice. Right, get shopping. While you're filling up your basket from this show, don't forget to visit the 7-day savers and get those checked out as well. Fabulous. Right, Julia, we have...
Orange squiggle would go up that orange book, wouldn't it?
Yes, totally. Absolutely.
So you can all buy them, but save one for me. Right.
Yes.
This
no, you're here to demo now. You can't shop now. You're here to demo, remember?
See, I'm just like you guys at home.
Yeah.
I've got, you know, if we quite often protect our desks when we're spraying and like cover it in tissue and paper. This is one of those bits of tissue. And now we're going to craft with it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I've seen Bev do that, and our Lou as well. You know, they'll just cover the desk because obviously we're trying to protect our work and stuff. But it's also really cool because then we're not wasting any of our product, because we can craft with it later. All goes in a little drawer. So I'm going to stamp a little bit. That's my Stamp-Lemental. See, it literally does come into everything because I'm always like, oh, a little bit of text. And then I've got a little buttoned flower, which is from our Bailey. And I'm going to stamp some of these in. We're going to go full-blown mixed media here. Been taking lessons from our Lynette, the mixed media queen.
It's good, isn't it? Are you always picking up new techniques
Oh,
as well?
of course. We're all learning.
Yeah.
We're all learning, and it's a wonderful community that we can just share what we're doing. So I've popped a few flowers on there. I'm not too worried about this pattern because I'm going to rip it up.
Oh, okay.
It's just it's almost like creating your own pattern paper.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my Echolines in there and give this a little bit of colour. You can still sort of pull this out with water, but we're working on tissue paper, so I will do it just to show you. But you know, you just need to go canny, or careful, sorry.
So is this like...
That'd be Scottish speak. Go
That's
canny.
all right. Is this like kitchen paper then?
This is just cheap and cheerful tissue paper.
Oh, okay.
Or you can use rice paper
Yeah.
or anything like that. So it's essentially what you're doing. You're making your own patterned rice paper. Now, I'm going to have to talk you through the next few stages.
Yeah.
I have filmed this, so it will be on my YouTube channel at the weekend.
Oh,
So
cool.
I've started off with some card, and these are MDF buttons from, I think it's the Mad Hatter's bobbin kit, which you have here.
Okay.
I checked, it's on in the shop. I checked before I came. So
Okay.
I did that, then I gessoed it. So we gesso things to make sure that, because obviously that we're working on cardboard, plastic, buttons, there's lots of different surfaces. So if we gesso it, it uniforms it. So that
okay,
when
yeah.
we then start adding all our different elements,
Everything applies the same.
it all applies the same.
Okay.
Some substrates don't need gessoed, but if you are sort of wanting your colour uniform, then I would suggest doing that. And I use the Pretty Gets Gritty gesso, which we have here as well. And then I've painted it. Okay, so that's where we are now. I'm going to turn that around that way. So sorry, it's just because of time. You just kind of have to, I can't do it all.
That's all right.
So I'm going to tear some of this paper that we've just made. And then I'm now going to use this. So this is just our scraps. I'm now going to use this like the posh rice papers that we do, and it's just going to give it a little bit more detail. I'm using transparent gesso. So this is again the Pretty Gets Gritty transparent gesso, because you can use it to adhere things, and also the fact that it's gesso. If I was to use a gel medium right now, I would end up giving it a shiny finish, which when I want to start sticking more mediums on top of this, because this is just one of the layers.
So you can mould this around.
Yeah, because it's tissue
any
paper,
shape. Yeah,
or
yeah,
you could
yeah.
do the same with rice paper, because once it's damp, I'm breaking it. So I'm literally just able to push that into all the grooves.
See, that's interesting, because I was just thinking to myself quietly, and I thought, I won't say it.
She's going to make a mess.
No, not that. No, not at all. But I was thinking, were we going to lose the essence of the buttons? But absolutely not, because you're exactly moulding, because the tissue is so fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Moulding around the shape of the buttons, so you're actually just enhancing them. If
Yeah,
anything,
so you can do this with the patterned rice papers that you buy. You can use, there's the Dolly Dimples handmade paper.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Oh, it's awesome, isn't it?
I love it.
And the sheets are massive.
So something like that. And I'm just tearing it. I tend to tear because if you have a straight edge, you tend to see a harsh line. Whereas if you tear it, it sort of blends completely into the project. This will dry clear because it's transparent gesso. So my layers are stuck together because of the product that I'd used to spray. It was the gloss sprays, which
Okay.
both, I think Leonie's been on with them and Louise Sims has been on with them. Tell I watch a lot, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell you who said what. Right, so we'll pop that. So I would just sort of keep building that up. So I'd mentioned about making your, I'm just going to pop that in water. Right, I'd mentioned about making your flowers a bit more dimensional. You can do this with any of the flowers. As I said, I've done a real-time video of this. So if I'm kind of going too fast,
No, that's all right. It's fine. It's good to get a snapshot.
available. Yeah.
And where will we find that video?
Julia McNeil Crafts on YouTube.
Fantastic.
So it'll be going up at the weekend. I did film it. I didn't have time to edit before I came down the road. So if you snip in like that into your flower, and then you can just, and so like I showed you the 3D rose, it was just a matter of snipping into it to create a bit of dimension. But now we've got a dimensional project. So we'd stick, and it's just like a little 3D, just because it was buttons, I couldn't resist not playing. Everybody's got a button tin. Even non-crafters have a button tin.
Well, I have to say, I'm a little bit known for the shirts. And in every shirt, one of the first things I do when I take it to the ironing board is cut the little doodah off with the spare buttons.
I do that, and then the ribbons for hanging. You know, you have the ribbons on your shoulders. Cut them out as well. That goes in the ribbon box.
We don't have those, as boys don't have those.
Yeah. So, and then the same trick that I did before with the, the Inktense pencil in the journal.
Uh-huh.
I've done the same one. Do you want me to? I'll hold this one up, shall I? Because that one's
Why
all
not?
dried. We end up with something like that.
Gorgeous. Cute as a button. And that's using Bethy, isn't it? On that one.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I'm
that's
trying
not
to think.
Bethy. Bethy was on your...
No, I think it's at Bryony.
That's...
Or is it? Oh, who knows?
Is it Bonnie? Hang on.
It's too early. I need my breakfast and I need
It's
tea.
Bryony, yeah, sorry. Do you know what? I'm going to show you all four, just so we know the...
Just so you know.
Because I've only met them this morning. 006462 is your item number. Let's meet all the ladies, shall we? The Button Beauties. So we'll start with Bethy. There's Bethy. Sparkle, Shine and Smile. Then we have Bonnie. This is Bonnie. Bonnie with the big hair and the lovely flower. And then there is Bailey. And Bailey has the very, very stylish handbag there. And then there is, I know it's wrong to have favourites, but I think Bryony is my favourite. I think it's that fabulous hat. I think it's that fabulous hat. I don't know why it puts Dexy's...
Hatterish as well, couldn't it?
It puts Dexy's Midnight Runners into my head. Here's the stamp set. Packaging, by the way, just so you can see, with a bit of colour inspiration as well. And my favourite sample of the day is this one here, look. Ta-da! Well, of the day so far, sorry. Of this show. How cute is that? I love it. Little diorama there, beautiful. If you would like all of those stamps in that set, you can. They are available individually as well, but you get a nice £5 saving if you're buying all four together. 006462 is your item number for the Buttoned Beauties. Now, Julia, you are back with Alex at 10 o'clock. What have you got planned for
We've got some more journals in a pink pig journal.
Oh!
Yeah. So we've got that and some cards, I think.
Oh, brilliant. And don't forget the Pink journals are on as a 7-day saver as well. So it's worth...
I will be using it.
Yes. So
not that one. I'll
Julia
be buying
can go
that.
off and do some shopping now. Don't forget your happy hour deals as well. Get those checked out while you can. There are only 2 out of the 3 remaining, remember. So Julia is back at 10 o'clock and then is back this afternoon with Clever Prints at 5 and 9.
Yes.
So it's going to be a busy day for Julia today. Thank you. Wonderful. And make sure that you check out your baskets. Stay right where you are because there is plenty more. Oh, I think we're doing a little bit of sewing after the break.